Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the channel Jon Pegg. And yes, I'm interviewing him about his show that he's got on tomorrow. And yes, pleasure getting you on as always, John.
How are you, Sam? It was good to see you down at the York Hall the other day. It was a good show. That was the GBM show.
Yeah, it was a top card and it was good meeting you as well.
Yeah, well, we spoke so many times online that it was really good to actually get interviewed by you in person. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good, mate. Briefly, talk about Casey's fight. It was a very good fight in the main event against Lucas Ballingle. Yeah, just talk about that fight, and it was a close fight. I think from watching it from the stands, I thought it was close, but I thought Casey started a bit slow and only started to warm up the back end of the fight.
Yeah, it was a close fight, but the right person won it. Lucas Ballinger worked harder. He deserved the decision. It was very frustrating as a corner, though, because when Casey let his hands go in the 10th round and he dropped Lucas heavily,
He
it
hurt him.
shown what he was capable of. Yet he let so many rounds drift away in the middle by just not switching on and not responding. And it's something we've got to get Casey past because he knows it's an issue. And it's really frustrating because we know how talented he is. But you can't let a good fighter build up a lead and try and beat him in one round, like the last round. You just can't.
Yeah, and he dropped him as well when he got him going as well, big time, nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, he was very hurt, but a good fighter, when they've only got 30 seconds or a minute left, will find a way to hang in there. Now, if he'd have done that in round 4 or round 6 or round 7 or even round 9, it would have been a long, hard time for Lucas to get through. But when there was less than a minute left, he was always going to find a way to survive. And he, he got the deserved win because he worked really hard.
Yeah, does that make for a rematch or no?
Well, we'd like a rematch, but I'll be honest, I don't think Lucas will take a rematch, and I don't blame him because when you've got a tough win and the guy's shown something in the last round that could have been a real kind of problem,
He done well
why
to
would
get
you?
through that, to be fair to him.
Yeah, so why would you do it again? He's got the win, and if it was the other way around and I was his manager, I wouldn't take that rematch. He's got
Mm.
the win, he's got the ranking. Why risk it with someone who's shown they're capable of doing something? So we'd like a rematch, but I don't think we'll see it because Lucas's manager is his dad, and they're both quite sensible, and they'll probably move on to a bigger fight, and I can't blame them.
Mm. Yeah, but Casey will be back. Do you know like where you're trying to go with him, or have you not sat down since the fight because it was only like last week or something?
Well, we know that Casey has basically got to respond better. These fights are not beyond him. He's never lost a fight that he couldn't win, but it's about him learning to put his foot on the pedal and trust his fitness. So we won't take easy fights because he's better than that. It's about him performing to what he's capable of and getting a big win and putting himself right in the mix for big titles.
Yeah, 100%. Um, Before we get into the show tomorrow, of course, did you see that thing that I saw? I can't remember who posted it, but somebody said, Eddie and Frank have done that 5v5. Why don't you? And I think it was Errol Johnson do a 5v5. I saw something about that on Facebook. Is that something
Yeah,
you'd be up for?
that would be a lot of fun. But what people don't realise is the reason why they can get it done is because they've got Saudi Arabian billionaires making it um
Easy.
so easy and so tempting that nobody says no. If we tried to do it with lads, they'd be wanting, really good money to fight real hard local derbies, and we'd have pullouts and we'd have people refusing fights. I mean, we both had fights refused before that look like good fights to us because the trainers or the boxers, oh, I'm not quite ready for that, or the money's not good enough. So yeah, while it's a great fun idea, it's kind of like it shows a lack of understanding of the game that it doesn't happen at the grassroots level, and that's why nobody else has ever done it. Be a brilliant idea, and when me and Errol have put together English title fights and Midlands area title fights. They've been absolutely cracking fights.
Yeah, I mean,
But to
one
do it on a higher
recently,
level,
River v Kelly, that was a top fight.
yeah, well, we put that together. That was a great fight. We put together River against Tyler Denny. We
Yeah.
put together against Craig Cunningham against Jason Wellborn and Ryan Aston. You know, I know it wasn't on one of our shows, but Frankie Gavin against Sam Eggington. We've put together some absolute crackers. But to do 5 of them on one show and to make them really kind of like 50-50s, it will be a lot of logistics. But you know what? It's like talking about all-time pound for pound lists. It's great fun to discuss, and it's a good debate to have. But unless we get a Saudi billionaire coming in to help us, I don't think we'll ever see it happening.
Mm. Well, hopefully one day it happens.
Maybe, perhaps when you're a bit older, Sam, and you've made all your millions, you can come and bankroll it for us.
Well, maybe,
You'll know your
hopefully.
boxing by then.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
It's because you're thinking about being a millionaire when you're older. That's why.
No, I was saying about that top boxer that you was meant to, because you were in the middle of the top boxer. What happened to the top boxer?
Yeah, we done it in different rounds, and people got title fights or people got injuries. That's what I'm saying. It's really tricky to put together something like that and to take it forward.
I mean, you've done. I think you've done the prize fighter before that as well, haven't you? You've done one prize fighter before.
Yeah, and we managed to get through that one, and it was fantastic.
Oh,
But
when Kirk won.
when Kirk Stevens won, and even there, we had a late pull out that nearly left us in the lurch, and we got quite lucky there. So,
That
and it
was
was a
good.
real struggle. It wasn't easy to do. It was a real struggle. So, yes, so to do a 5v5, like I say, we can talk about it, but I don't think either of us can afford it. And I think it'd take a lot to put it together. But
Mm.
if there's any Saudi billionaires out there who want to come and make it happen, we're more than happy to talk with you.
Yes. Yeah, moving on to the show you've got tomorrow night. Correct me on what venue, is it in Coventry?
Yeah, it's in Coventry at the Sports Connections Arena in Brighton on Dunsmore. It's like on the edge of Coventry on the Leamington Road.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you've got a good cards. Yeah, should we talk about yeah, Callum Singh v Jake Pollard?
Yeah, it's a rematch. Callum was struggling to get his opponent. So, you know, Jake gave him a good fight in, I think it was Callum's first or second fight. So, it's, you know, Jake always comes to fight. It's a good way of testing to see if Callum's got better. Because if he does the same job as someone who he boxed 3 or 4 fights ago, then he hasn't improved. But if he has improved, which I believe he has, it'll be really easy to see his progress by fighting someone he's fought before. It's not ideal, but in the old days, people used to fight each other 3 or 4 times each, you know what I mean? So, and at that weight, there's not a lot of opponents. So we've made do, and I'm sure Jake will come and give him a real good fight.
Yeah, because Jake's one of the sort of, I would say, yeah, sort of a gatekeeper at the lower weights. I mean, he's been in there, you know, he's fought at feather before, super bantam,
Jake's a
bantam,
tough
super
man.
fly. He does float around, doesn't he, Jake? He gets himself about. What weight's this at? Is Callum still fighting at bantam or?
Well, this one's at super bantam in the middle because Jake's a little bit heavier, Callum's a little bit lighter. So we've done it in the middle.
And is this Callum's sick fight?
I believe it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is it 6 rounds?
No, just a 4 on this one. We're hoping to get Callum a title fight in his next fights.
Oh, fingers crossed everything goes well tomorrow then.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And he does well with his tickets as well, doesn't he? Quite a good
He
ticket
does
sales.
okay. He's getting better, Callum. He does good, yeah. He's not quite as good as his club mate River Wilson Ben, but he's getting there.
Yeah, yeah. And every fight, you know, it gets better. So yeah. Next up, Dylan Norman v Tony Morton.
Yeah, Dylan's a young lad who he's just had an amicable split with his old coach Wayne Alcock, the former British champ, and I was quite pleased that Wayne advised him to come to us. You know that there was no nasty split. They're still good friends, and I was very happy that Wayne had asked him to come to us
Are you
for
going to
this
be in the
fight.
corner?
Yes, this is our first fight in Dylan's corner, so it's our chance to have a look at each other.
Because he beat
And
Louis, didn't he?
yeah, he beat Louis Fielding in that competition. But yeah, one more fight after this, and then we'll be pushing for a Midlands title fight with Dylan. He's
What weight?
lightweight, I think. Yeah, he's a good strong lad for lightweight. So yeah, we'll be looking for one more fight after this, and we'll be looking to push Dylan into title contention.
Yeah, he's a bright prospect. And yeah, how long have you been working for with Dylan for? Like how many?
Well, Dylan's been fighting on my shows for probably his last 4 fights.
Oh yeah, because he's been fighting on your shows quite Are you his manager or as
No,
well?
no, well, I am now, but Wayne was his manager and trainer. But yeah, I am now. But I've known his family for a long time. So yeah, it's a real pleasure to work with him because his granddad used to come and support my fights a very long time ago. So yeah, it's a small world and it's a real pleasure to help him.
Can we see a bit of have you what's the word? Have you sort of changed him a bit and
You know what? Not really, because Wayne had done a really good job with him. What has maybe had a bit of an impact on him was Dylan was kind of the only pro at Wayne's gym. He's got a really good amateur gym.
mm,
So training alongside some of the experienced pros in our gym, I think that's rubbed off on him a little bit. So yeah, so we might see if he's picked up some tricks off Shakan Pitters, Casey Benjamin, Sam Eggington, because he's been training around those guys, and I think that will make a big difference on him.
yeah, should be a good one. And yeah, is it 6 rounds that one tomorrow?
No, it's just a four, because it was quite short notice.
Oh, is this fight for Dylan a bit short notice then?
Yeah, because he was meant to be on another show that fell through, so we put him on this one at a couple of weeks' notice.
Oh, that's good. At least you've got him a fight, which is good against yeah, Tony, who's had is a bit of a sort of new sort of fighter to the scene. I mean, he's had 9 fights, I think maybe 10 fights now, so he's getting
Yeah,
and I don't think he's been
he's learning his trade and earning his money.
and I think he might
So
have been stopped maybe once or twice, so he's tough.
yeah, he knows what he's doing. These lads know what they're doing.
Yeah, another one, Omar Davis v Zane Clark, and yeah, Zane got a draw, didn't he, with Ryan?
On my show, yeah. That's why I invited him back. A lot of people, when a travelling kid gets a good result, they don't book them again because they don't like it. I love it. I love it when they get a result because I'm like, well, I want you to come back because I know you're going to make a big effort for the crowd. So I invited Zane straight back to fight amazing Omar Davis, the mystery man.
Yeah,
And I think we'll
because
have a
he only
cracking
made
fight.
his debut the other week, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Is it a matter of keeping Omar quite active? Is
Oh, I try and keep everybody quite active. That's why my fighters have so many fights. Activity is the key to being a good fighter.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, was this always penciled in after the his fight in Cannock?
As long as he didn't get injured, yeah. I was just waiting to see if he got any cuts or bruises, but he come out unmarked, so we slotted him straight in.
And Zayn will come to fight. I mean, he got a good draw against Ryan,
Yeah,
didn't
it
he?
was a great fight as well. The fans loved it. Zane's a real two-fisted hooking type fighter. So him and Omar, I think, will complement each other's styles because Omar's a nice boxer with like long, fast hands. So I think that might be fight of the night, to be honest.
Yeah.
Apart from the title fight, of course, because they're going to go at it.
Oh, 100%. We'll get to that one in a minute. But yeah, Omar v Zayn, that's an intriguing battle, I would say. Is that another 4 rounder, this one?
That's just a four because it's only Omar's second fight.
Should be a 4 round sort of war because Zayn likes a good dust up as
Yeah,
well.
oh yeah, I think they're going to have a real scrap.
Yeah, that's a good fight, that one. You've got Minaz Garung, VJ Gosgood. I'm not sure if I said Minaz's name right, but yeah.
Close enough. It's Minaz.
Minaz, sorry.
Yeah. He's Britain's only professional Nepalese boxer.
Making history.
Yes, it's quite interesting. One of Minaz's, I went to call him Minaz then. One of Minaz's relations was a Gurkha soldier, so he comes from real kind of fighting stock. and he's a good, exciting fighter. And I think this is number 4 for Minaz. And yeah, we're really getting behind him. I think he'll be moving on to titles quicker than he would have realised, because he's been coming down and sparring with Niall Berry, getting top quality sparring in. And yeah, Jake's a bit of a test because he's a big, strong lad. But I think Minaz will pass it with flying colours, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah, because Minaz only fought in March as well, so another one, that you're keeping your prospects busy, which is
I
good.
try and keep everyone busy, mate. That's why Sam Egginson's had 43 fights, because I
Exactly.
keep the lads busy because it makes a better fighter.
Exactly that. And yeah, now we're gonna move on to
The big
your main,
one.
yeah, the big one, your main event of the evening. Um, I'll say Becky first, as she's currently the champion. Beccy Ferguson v Jess Barry. That's for the Midlands Super Featherweight title.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What a great fight that's going to be. Do you know these two girls have both been involved in nominations or winners of Fight of the Year for the last 2 years on the trot? Jess only knows one way to fight. Beccy Ferguson's a real hard veteran who's done it the hard way and won the title.
Yeah, I mean, she started off a bit of a, what's the word? A bit of a road warrior. She went on the road, and then she, had 4 wins on the trot. Got her first title shot against Vicky Wilkinson. She lost that, but then she done well in that fight. I mean, she's fought Vicky 3 times. Another trilogy sort of thing that she done. Yeah, and then she won it against Amy, didn't she?
Amy Greatero.
That's it. Yeah, she
Yeah,
won
well, do you
that.
know what? She knows the way around. She's done it the hard way. And if she wasn't fighting Jess, I'd be supporting Becky every day of the week. But she's fighting Jess, who trains with me. And I think Jess is really going to show people what she's all about. She's been impressing people. She's really been showing what she's about. And I think it's going to be a great fight. I think they're really going to go at each other. And I think Jesse's going to win it on points. But I think the crowd are going to be the real winners, because they're going to see a fantastic fight.
Yeah, I mean exactly that. It makes for a great fight with both of them. I mean, sure, I've got a feeling it could be another fight of the year contender.
I will be very surprised if this doesn't get nominated for Midlands Area Female Fight of the Year. I will be really surprised if it don't. They're going to gel for a really good fight, a really good clash.
How confident that? How confident are you that Jess gets the win?
I'm always very confident, maybe overconfident sometimes, but boxing is boxing. But I'm 85% confident if I had to put a percentage on it. And that doesn't mean that it's an 85% win, because it's a 50-50 fight. But
Definitely.
I'm just super confident in my fighters. And so I'd never say 100% because anything can happen. But I've got a really good feeling. I believe Jess has done everything she needs to. And I think she's going to show everybody what she's all about. So, yeah, I'm very, very confident that we take the title home on Saturday.
And yeah, before I let you go, tell the fans who will be attending tomorrow night what time the doors open and what time the first fight is.
Doors open at 7 o'clock. First fight is 8 o'clock. We're going straight through. There's still tickets available on the door. And if you're local, there's still a few boxes who've got a few tickets left. So come along. I guarantee you're going to see at least one nomination for Fight of the Year, maybe 2. So I think Omar Davies and Zane Clark are going to light it up as well. So get along, come and support. And we're going to have a lot of local boxers there as well. Shakan Pitters, Sam Eggington, Danny Quartermain, Niall Farrell, Niall Berry, Scott Melvin, River Wilson Bent, Ashley Eels. They're all going to be there supporting the fighters. So come along and meet them before their next fights. Have a picture with them by all means. But yeah, come along, enjoy, support your local fighters.
Yes, and from me, John, thank you for your time as always, and all the best with the show tomorrow night.
Thank you for your time, Sam. You're doing a fantastic job. And like I say, I fully expect to be seeing you in some bigger jobs soon. And then pretty soon you're going to be bankrolling our shows, and we'll put them 5v5s together, and you can help us out. How does that sound?
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. And yeah, thank you, John.
No problem, Sam. Take care.
Bye.